Hi everyone, it's Michael from Songs Inc. This is part 2 of the Traverso tutorial to show you how to record a scratch melody in an instrumental track from the Songs Inc. website. In the first tutorial, I imported this MP3 here of the music. I'll play a little bit. And then I went and put markers in, these triangle shaped icons at the top, at all the sections I thought were my verses and my choruses to be reference points for moving around within the system. And to do that, this red line is the playhead, and when you hit the snap button, it'll move the playhead right to those markers throughout the song. So when you're getting ready to do vocals, you'll be able to move to the different sections quickly throughout the song, and you'll see how handy that comes in a few minutes here. I also want to show you how to save the project before we get too far. You go under Project, you go to Manage Project first, and you give it a name. The actual project I call Traverso Tutorial 1, which you see up here. Then they also have this thing called Sheets, which is this over here, and it gives this page a title. And you need to put a title in there so that it gives the MP3, when we export it at the end, a title, or else it'll say untitled. So we'll just call that Tutorial 2 for now. You actually highlight that. Sorry, then you hit Tutorial 2, rename, and it should be there, and it should appear here when you click. There you go. So then when you go up here to Project and hit Save, it saves the latest version. All right, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to name these tracks because we're going to set up some vocal mic tracks. And the way I like to do it is I like to set up a verse vocal track, and I'll set up a chorus vocal track. And in this song, it has a couple different sections, so I'm going to set up a bridge vocal track. So the way you name these tracks in this program is you take your cursor, and we'll start here. We're going to make track 2 my verse vocal. Whoops, solo button came on there. You highlight over it, and you hit the letter E, and it'll say enter new track name, and you type it in. So we're going to type in verse vocal and hit enter. And you see there. And then I'll go down to here, this track, track 3, click on it, and then hit E, and I'll put in my chorus vocal. Whoops. And then I'll do the same with this track. I'll give it another name. I'll call it the bridge vocal. And I also might as well go up here to the instrumental track, just so I have it named. Click on that so it's active, and then we'll just call it track. Oops. All right. Now we're going to set up the vocal track and record some scratch melody. Now you have to have your microphone plugged into your USB port, FireWire port, or a built-in microphone, and you have to have the preferences set like we did in tutorial number 1. If you do, then if you hit Capture 1 right here on track 2, which is our verse vocal, it opens up this box, and you click left. Make sure that says verse 2. Sometimes it changes. Click left. Then when you hit OK, you'll see a little L there. You'll know that's correct. Then when you hit this record button here on track 2, it turns red, and you see the microphone signal in that meter there. Okay, now that I have my track armed, the red record light is on, I go back to the first verse where I want to start recording, which I use my snap buttons and markers for that. So this marker here is my first verse. So I make sure that red line, that playhead, is snapped back to there. Then I hit the record button, and that'll make it ready, recording to track 1. That'll make it ready to record. So as soon as I hit play, it's going to start recording right from that marker until I hit stop. So here goes. I'm going to do a first verse. I have a scratch melody in mind. I'm going to stop when I get to the end of the first verse, and we'll take a listen. Ba 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 da ba ba, a ba 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 da. Ba 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 da. you go. You see the audio? Take the record off. Hit my snap to go to the beginning of the verse. Might have to turn up the vocal level here. That's the gain. That's what that is, the volume. And hit play, and let's hear what we got. Good. So that's it for the first verse. It gives me an idea, something I can use to write lyric to. Now let's go to the first chorus, which is going to be this marker here. So I'm going to snap to it. Oops. It's actually back there. Double check. Yeah, so that's coming up next. Okay, so now I switch to this track here, the chorus vocal track. Click on that, and I arm that track. So I hit the record light here. Whoops. Capture 1, I need to make sure that. Let's make that say left. So it's chorus vocal left. See left there? The record light's on. It's going there. Now when I hit the record, arm the track. I mean, it's ready to record there. Hit play. I can start my chorus scratch. There you go. Take my record off. Snap back to, oops, that marker. Hit play. Turn the volume up a little bit here. Good. Now in this song, the next thing coming up for me, I'm calling it a bridge. So I'll snap back. Actually, it's a little close. Let me move this marker back just a few more seconds here. Give me some room. So I'll snap back to that. Now I'll switch to my other track. Click on the bridge vocal track. Change capture 1 to left. Hit OK. Turn the record on, and you see the meter moving. Same thing. Hit record. And then hit play, and I should be recording on that track. Great. And check that real fast. Turn the record light off. Snap backwards. Hit play. Turn the volume up a little bit. Great. Now I'll do one more here. The next thing coming up here is another verse. So I snap to that. Now it's time. We'll switch back to the verse vocal track. And everything should still be set the same. So all you really have to do is turn the record light on, arm the track, hit the record down there, and when you hit play, it'll start up there. This will keep my verses separate than my choruses, my bridge, so they don't overlap for this melody scratch. And then I can always delete things and redo them if I feel like I want to redo a section. It keeps it really organized. So let's do that real quick. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da. Great. Stop there. Hit record. Take it off. Scroll back. Double check. Right. And then my next chorus is up here. Double check. Yep. Snap back to it. switch tracks to the coarse vocal track, hit record, turn my record button on there, hit play. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Ba, 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 da. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Ba, 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 da. All right. Snap back, take record off, hit play. And that's it. I'll just finish putting in the other parts of the song, do another save, and then when I'm happy with everything, you export it all as an MP3. I'll put it on my desktop, export the current sheet, which is the song we're working on. Make sure this says MP3, and then start export. Then I'll take that MP3 off the desktop. I'll use that as my reference to go away and create a lyric. And when I'm happy with that, I'll do another tutorial on laying down a scratch vocal. If you have any questions, please email me here at YouTube. Thanks for watching.